Hey, Tom, you want to get us going, please?
I sure will. You shocked me though, Oliver. Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Um, this the series with Texas. The old time fans. This is really, really big for them. What's your personal take on the importance of renewing with Texas?
Well, I was here as a player and as a grad assistant when it was pretty hot and heavy. It was fun. Um, it was just brought a little extra excitement. Yeah, it would be, they're not considered one of our rival schools that we play every year. We got Missouri and Ole Miss for that in baseball anyway. But I'm sure that, our fans are going to see it as a huge rivalry. Texas is having a great year. Throws a little fuel on the fire, so to speak. And we've been struggling a little bit, battling injuries and a few other things. But uh, I'm sure that our players that are on the team now will kind of get a feel for what's up when the games start and when they see how our fans probably react to having the Longhorns in town again.
You mentioned it briefly. They're having a great year. It's hard to believe 5 game lead at this point. What is it about what you see their composition that's allowed them to get off to this kind of lead?
They've won a lot of close games, and they've done a great job. They pitched extremely well in league play. I mean, their team ERA in league is really good, and overall, I mean, it's just over 3, I think. So, uh, baseballs, and they're a little firmer than they've been in the past, it seems like, and the bats are good, and they just done a tremendous job of finishing games, and they've got a freshman closer, a lefty, it's like 6'6", that's been really good, and they don't make too many mistakes, and they've won at home big time. They've won just enough on the road, and the league's doing what I thought the league would do, except for Texas. I thought the league would kind of pound each other a little bit. Texas has found a way to get those 2 out of 3s and sweep some game or some weekend series, and that's why they pulled away.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, with the game getting canceled yesterday, is there a part of you that's glad that that happened so your team can rest up and get ready for this stretch run, or would you have liked to have been out there and play a game?
A little bit of both. I mean, obviously, we could use some rest. We could use some time to be together as a full team, practicing, talking, healing up a little bit, and on the other hand, you want to go play and play well and win a game. I watched the Springfield weather last night, and it was nasty. So it was a good move that we didn't get up there.
Yeah, I think they had a tornado or something. But with Wiggins, do you have an update there on him?
He's going to get another MRI today, just to double check everything. The first one, came back positive. Uh, but so now we're going to have another one done today that, includes a little more thorough look, I think, with dye and whatever they call it. So that's all I have for you.
And then with Maxwell, how's his hamstring doing?
Um, he'll be available, but he's not doing much right now. And so, that's where we are with him. I mean, he might be able to play, during the series sometime. Might be able to just pinch hit. I don't know about playing in the outfield yet, but yeah, he's down.
Dudley, go ahead.
Can't hear him.
Matt Vern, maybe go ahead.
Yeah, hi Dave. You touched on it a little bit, just how big this series is historically. I mean, what's the feeling amongst the group coming into this, having lost the last three? What's kind of the mood of the guys?
Yeah, I don't think it matters who we play to the team. Just want to play well and find a way to win a couple games, win a series. Obviously, you'd like to win them all. You got to win the first one first tomorrow. So, uh, yeah, it was good being around the guys yesterday. The mood was good. Everybody's upbeat. We know how, you know, we know how hard it is, and we know how close we were, and we just didn't take care of some things, and uh, we just fighting to get back on track a little bit. And what I mean by that is just be more consistent game to game.
Hutch, back to you.
Yeah, Dave, just to clarify, when you said positive for Wiggins, does that mean like good news?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that means it's not torn as
Okay,
of now. You know,
gotcha.
it might be today when we do the dye test. So that's, it doesn't mean that he's going to pitch again this year, even if it's not. I mean, it just means, if there's a strain, then you let it heal, you rehab, and pitch when he's ready. If there's a nerve issue or something jumped out, you just deal with it. So we don't know anything yet. We just know the first MRI came in positive. It didn't show a tear.
Gotcha. And then you mentioned that when the guys get out there on the field, they'll probably get a sense for the rivalry and just how big it is. But do you mention it to them like, hey, this is a big rivalry? Do you think you got guys like, Will McIntyre that probably could, talk about it with the guys amongst themselves?
I don't think any of them talk about it because none of them were here, back when we were in the Southwest Conference, except me and Tom, maybe, and Dudley. I don't know. But yeah, it's they're like Tennessee. They wear a different color orange, and it's another series. I mean, LSU next weekend. I mean, what's the difference? It's really for the fans. And the difference this year, though, is we're playing the number one ranked team in the country, and it's University of Texas. So if we were playing LSU tomorrow here and they were number one in the country, it'd make it a bigger deal as well. So, the way I see it, we have three great series left. We have the number one ranked team in the country, the number two ranked team in the country, and it'll probably change. So it's all about winning tomorrow. It's about playing well. It's about getting ready for down the road, and that's what we're trying to do. Plus, at the same time, get some things straightened out with our pitching, and then we got to get some guys healthy.
Jackson.
Hey Dave, wondering for you personally, like growing up as a fan, as a student, grad assistant, are there any moments or memories in this rivalry that immediately pop up when you reminisce about it?
Yeah, it's from another sport. It's my junior year, September 2000. No, make that. I don't even know what year that was. That'd have been 82, spring of 81, fall of 81. There we go. And we beat Texas 42-11. I think the game started at 11 a.m. and the party stopped about 11 a.m. the next day. It was nuts. And I remember a bunch of students carried the goalposts all the way down to Dixon Street. They closed Dixon Street down. It was a zoo. It's when I mean close it down, you couldn't drive. And it was fun. And that I'd only been here about, a month. And I just remember one of their players said after the week before they interviewed him after Texas beat somebody, and he said, "Hey, Arkansas, you haven't seen nothing yet." And then they came up here and we got after him pretty good. So it was fun. And as far as baseball, I have a lot of memories. We, as a player down there, getting a big hit and helping us win the Friday game, and then playing them in our tournament up here when we first got lights. And we won the Southwest Conference tournament up here, and I think we might have beat them. But it was back then. It was a small Southwest Conference, and if you wanted to win it, you had to beat usually Texas or Texas A&M to do it.
Did you get a physical hand on the goalpost that night?
No, I let the crazies handle that, and glad nobody got hurt anyway. Well, not too bad. Dudley might know more about it than I do. He was probably down there.
So pitching rotation, any changes this weekend? Going to go with the same three?
We will go with Root, Wood, and TBA.
Okay, sounds good. When you think about the past 3 weekends, like there's been moments like where you're right there, can flip a series and turn it into a win. I mean, Is that something that you try and discuss with the team at all, just how close you guys are, or is it focusing on the things that you need to change? I guess maybe those go hand in hand a little bit,
A
though.
little bit of both, a little bit of both. We talk about, after the series is over, we try to move on to the next one. Usually what you do is you got one day to lightly lift and get ready for your Tuesday game. Now we didn't have one. We really got to focus on the future yesterday, but also kind of touch on the past as far as how close we were. This is where this could have changed the game. And, they know that we have a good team. It'd be nice if we could have all of our players out there and all of our pitchers healthy, but that's not real life right now for us. And it's fragile, but the guys that play, they've got to start, contributing, and that's all guys have to do is contribute up and down the lineup and then out of the pen. And hopefully that'll start this weekend.
I guess one of the downsides of not having the midweek game was no opportunity to get Hunter Dietz in before a weekend. Does that change your approach this weekend, or is it, hey, we got no other option the last 3 weeks, we're going to have to throw him to the fire at some point?
Well, we threw him yesterday live. He threw good, so it was good to see. Best he's thrown since he's been hurt. So he's definitely available. But then again, he hadn't pitched in a real game and who knows how long. So if we get him in there, obviously we hope it goes good. If it doesn't, at least he gets the experience, and hopefully it'll be better next week and then the week after, and then he'll be ready to go.
Thanks, Dave.
Daniel.
Yeah, Coach. With Maxwell, just kind of how has he managed this entire season? He's kind of been off and on, and dealing with the hamstring and kind of playing through it. Just how have you seen that from the side?
I think he's frustrated. He's been dealing with this for years. Now, we didn't know that. He hurt at the end of fall ball, and that's the first we knew about it. Well, this is an injury that's been going on for a couple of years, off and on. And I thought he's done a pretty good job, but really he hasn't been himself for 2 or 3 weeks offensively. Just kind of slapping the ball around a little bit, not hitting the ball with much authority, and just trying to manage it. So now we're trying to get him ready for the future. Obviously, I wish he was sitting in the 3-hole this weekend, but he's not. At least tomorrow night, and see how he feels after that.
And then you touched on it in your open, but when Texas has Volantis and Grubbs kind of at the back end of their bullpen, just kind of what makes it so tough, and maybe an emphasis on scoring earlier?
Well, I think the emphasis is always get the lead. You're playing a team that has, a couple of really good relievers, and they've shown it all year. One's right, one's left, whatever. You just hope that you've got the lead, and if you don't, they're probably gonna bring him in with the game tied or up a run or two and try to finish you off. But doesn't mean it's over. It just means you got to find a way to break through. And, not too many teams have yet.